Hello, everybody. Anthony here. We're here for a week. Oh, not week. For the first round of the playoffs, and we're going against Ryan, who we just lost to a couple weeks ago. Hopefully, hopefully we don't do this again. We don't lose again. We did switch up the team this time, just a little bit from the last time we battled Ryan. I tried to do my best to make sure that I covered, the weak spots that I had last time. The only thing that I messed up on was the set for Rotom. I was really having a hard time trying to figure out how to fit Rotom on the team. And I accidentally left its weakness policy. It screens, but it has weakness policy. And I didn't mean to leave the weakness policy on there. But we're here. And it was just kind of like too late to change it. I had already registered the team. And I can't change it after that. So I think last time I let Gardevoir. And I tried not to do it again. But I thought I let something else last time. No, last time I think I let Rotom. No, I did something last time, but I let Gardevoir this time. I felt like when I saw Iron Hands, I was like, oh gosh, this is just gonna be big and tanky. It's not even gonna do any damage. And I was thinking, okay, well, I don't really know what to do here because I don't know his sets. I was expecting. The only thing that I knew for sure was that his bundle was going to be Scarfed again, but last time it was Bonus Scarf, and my Incinerators outsped it because it was Jolly Scarf. And this time I knew for a fact that he would be Timid Scarf to outspeed my Scarf. So that was like the only thing that I knew for sure was coming to this battle. Everything else I just didn't have any idea. And he brought the dog again, which of course was annoying, but last time we didn't have anything to actually take the dog out, and this time we do. So getting right into it. He sends out his Iron Treads, his shiny Iron Treads. I send out my shiny Gardevoir. And my whole theme this week was just, it's playoff time. My entire team is going to be shiny. That was my whole theme this time. So immediately I switched out to Hippo because I didn't really know what to expect, but I didn't want to take any type of steel type move. Not from Iron Treads anyways. And I guess I wasn't really thinking knockoff, but for him knockoff is safe because obviously he knows I'm going to switch out. But I wish I had just gone for the Aura Sphere. But it is what it is right now. We had character limit comes out. Our shiny Hippo. He uses knockoff, which is fine. It's not going to do too much. We're just going to knock off our leftovers, which sucks. I do kind of wish I used Smooth Rock this time. And then this turn, I knew he was going to switch out, predicting the Earthquake. So I went for Amnesia. I wanted to be able to do something to something. And I figured Amnesia lets me live a hit from Bundle. Amnesia lets me live a hit or two from Hydreigon. Which is immediately what he switches out to. And of course his is shiny. So I was thinking when his Hydreigon came out shiny, I was like, okay, so we both definitely chose everybody to be shiny this time. But yeah, got my Amnesia going. Obviously I can't hit it with Earthquake. I went for Heavy Slam when I really probably should have just went for Rocks here. But it's fine, it's not a big deal. But I didn't know the weight difference between Hippo and that thingy. And as you can see, like the amount of damage that did, the amount of damage that the Dark Pulse did to me, I knew, but me being at +2 and having some special defense EVs, I was like, okay, so that's gotta be specs. Because I knew it was a Scarf with the amount of damage that did. So here I am, but I know I lived another one. I was like, okay, just don't flinch and I'm okay. So I got my rocks up. I don't really have a Dark Pulse switch in. Well, let me say, I don't have a specs Dark Pulse switch in. I don't have a Dark Pulse switch in either, but I definitely don't have a specs Dark Pulse switch in. So here I just went, I think I went in a Rotom here because I knew it could at least take a hit. It's not going to take it very well, but it's going to take the hit. Shiny Rotom, of course. He's going to get absolutely just smacked, and then the sand is gone still, which is fine because we don't need it right now. I did try to see if he just decided to stay in and kill me. He already knows he's faster, so there's no point in not doing it. I just needed a clean entry So I let Rotom pretty much come in and die. And then I think I sent Cinderace out here. Or did I? I don't know. I didn't send Houndstone out. I think I sent Cinderace out here. Nah, I wouldn't have sent Gallade out. No, did I send Gallade? No, I didn't. Who did I send out? I'm pretty sure I sent Cinderace out. Okay, apparently I was being very bold. Oh, okay. So when I did, I think I remember. Okay, so now what I was doing was I was gonna try and scare him out with Moonblast. Obviously, he knows I'm not faster, but he knows I was. But he sees Bundle Please version 2. He probably says, okay, well, he's probably still special defensive. And did I go for Aura Sphere here? But no, I think he was. I think the thing I was trying to scare him out with a Moonblast, and I think my goal was to get him to get Gengar out, and I was just gonna Thunder Wave it. But I should have just clicked the Fighting type move, because he went and switched this thing out to eat the Moonblast. So my mistake was, of course, going for Thunder Wave, trying to paralyze something that came out. And had I just gone for the Aura Sphere, I could have done a huge chunk of damage to this thing. So that was my fault. Again, I don't really have any solid switching now that Hippo doesn't really have any health. But I would rather Hippo take the hit and just die than anything else. And I think he just went for knockoff again too. Honestly, the start to the battle was the start to the battle was filled with a lot of second guessing, and I wish it wasn't, but you know, it was what it was. Okay, no, he went for the Earthquake, which I don't know if Earthquake would have killed Gardevoir, but it probably would have been close if it didn't kill it. And I didn't want, even though I could have switched in Houndstone here with only 2 Pokemon dead, Lash Respects isn't doing a whole lot, so I went for, I'm pretty sure I went for Gallade. Yeah, I went for Gallade here for Pizza Cutter. And I know I only have a couple of turns of Sand left now that Hippo's gone too. I made the mistake here of thinking he's gonna switch out, so I clicked Agility, because for whatever reason I always click Agility when I could have, or when I should have just went for Sacred Sword and taken him out, or at least did a lot of damage. Because what you're gonna see is that he went for Earthquake, did a lot of damage, and then obviously I just went for this thing, and I was like, okay, well, what if he? I couldn't remember if Iron Treads had a priority move too, or if it was just the other Donphans. So here I am, like, okay, well, I'm probably dead. So I went for Sacred Sword just to see. And of course he goes for Protect, which sucks for me because obviously I'm just getting chipped away by sand. And I also, like, at this point I was like, dang, I wish I had Drain Punch. But I felt like, but then I had to choose between the sharpness boost from Sacred Sword or the getting the health back from Drain Punch. And I was like, okay, well, what if he just double protects here and I just die anyways? And I know right here he's just trying to figure out what he wants to do, if he actually needs his Iron Treads anymore, which he really kind of doesn't. Tickety tock, tickety tock, tickety tock, tickety tock. Also, if y'all hear like Jen in the background on the phone, she's on the phone. So sorry about that in advance, but it'll be okay. I just need to make it through this video. Oh yeah, so we went for a 6, so we got our first kill, killed Iron Treads. Didn't really need to, wasn't really doing a whole lot, but Iron Treads is fast and it hits hard, so we needed to take it out anyways. I just really hate that I lost Pizza Cutter, because I feel like if I had Drain Punch, I feel like Gallade could have put in some work. I don't remember why I gave it Scope Land. I think it was just for Cycle Cut. In this case, as you see, I'm literally wasting all my sand turns by not getting Houndstone out, which of course is a dumb idea by me. because I need the stand up, or else I just don't outspeed bundle. But here comes this thing again. We got Cinderace, our shiny Cinderace again. I am glad that he didn't get rid of rocks, and I know he can't get rid of rocks. And I know that he's not scarfed. Or like I knew he was a scarf from team preview, because bundle has to be scarfed to fear, you know, to deal with the scarf Cinderace. And I did start to, I was almost say Dynamax here. Oh, I did. Did I Terra this turn? Okay, so apparently I did Terra this turn. And I don't remember why I clicked Terra on this turn, but I felt like I think I felt like this was like my only chance to actually Terra and still have a chance to do something in the battle. But yeah, use U-turn. Yeah, Hydreigon dies, which is great because I don't want this. I didn't want this thing alive. I couldn't afford to have that thing alive any longer. This is kind of where things get hard though, because obviously I'm going to go into Houndstone here, but I wasn't counting my sand turns. So like in battle, I knew I was close, but I thought I still had an extra turn. I thought I still had at least one more turn of sand, but I didn't, and sand went out right away. But, and I know I'm pretty sure I had to have caught him off guard on this next turn, because he sends out Gengar, which you'll see in a second. Maybe. It's coming, I promise. There it is, Great Ghastly. He sends out his Gengar, and of course it's shiny because, you know, shiny versus shiny team. So if he was sashed, his sash is broken, but I knew he wasn't sashed, and I'm still unsure about Shadow Sneak's damage. I just never calc it, even if it's just something simple like a Gengar. I just don't want to take the chance of him not dying, so I just went straight for Last Respect. I got 3 Pokemon dead, and I know it's gonna kill him. But so I know this part, you know, definitely caught him off guard. So he went for Last Respects here, and we get the KO. Unfortunately, he gets the Cursed Body, which really just like, why? Of all things that could have happened in that moment, he knows I'm Scarf now, which is fine, but I can't even Scarf Last Respects like half his team anymore, because if I could, it would have made things easier for me, because at the very least I could get damage off on things. But this actually forced me to switch and just threw off all my momentum. So I was not happy about that, and I knew at that moment if I was gonna come back that all my momentum was kind of lost. Here comes Portillo's, who also is gonna take rocks damage. I think I just went to bundle here. And you know, we got this well-baked Gardevoir body. As we went for Play Off, and it did so much damage. Like I was not expecting it to do so much damage, but it did, and that's fine. I mean, I figured it would do a decent amount because, you know, Gardevoir's not physically bulky, but it did way more than I thought it would. But there's not really too much I can do. Portillo's obviously fast. The dog is obviously faster than me, so Gardevoir just, you know, comes in and dies just like Rotom did. So it sucks, but it was, at that point, it was what it was. Like, me losing Cursed Body so quickly was really painful. So here on this turn, I sent out Cinderace, knowing that, you know, I'm terrified as a player pretty much kills me, and I figured that Iron Head probably doesn't kill that thingy. But I was like, okay, well, he's probably gonna Terra Grass here to not take super effective damage from Iron Head. So I just went straight for U-turn. The only issue with me going straight for U-turn is that I pretty much, like, I had to choose between going for U-turn knowing I'm faster and then having Houndstone get forced to take damage, or go for Iron Head and know it's not super effective and then die to a Play Rough. So it really was just kind of like choosing the best or the worst of a bad situation. I also could have tried to bank for the Iron Head flinch, but I knew he was going to Terra Grass, which was fine. And I figure, okay, well, he's gonna tear grass. I'm gonna U-turn. It probably won't knock it out, but it'll come close. Yeah, it did, a decent amount of damage. And I really hated to force Houndstone to take damage here, but I felt like I just did not have a choice. As he goes for the player off, and it just, again, he just does so much damage. But and then at this point I was kind of sad that I'm scarfed, because if I wasn't scarfed and the sand was up, then I could have went for Destiny Bond on like something else or whatever. I knew that even though I am scarfed, the sand isn't up, so nothing I have outspeeds the bird iron bundle. So this is the second time I went against bundle and couldn't actually take bundle down. But I took his terror down before mine went down, and I don't even think he terrored last time we battled. So improvement, we got him to terror, and we took it out. But at this point it was just kind of like, I didn't see a way that I could win this battle, unless like he went for freeze dry against Cinderace, and not freeze dry, but went for like Hydro Pump against Cinderace and missed, or something like that. Or if he actually wasn't Scarf Bundle and he was just pretending to be Scarf Bundle, because we haven't seen Bundle yet, so we don't know if it's Scarf Bundle. It could have been some type of weird bulkier set, but here comes Bundle right here. And I just knew, I was just like, dang, I can't even Shadow Sneak to try and get a little bit of damage off, and I can't afford Cinderace to take damage, so what do I do? But it's 2-2, like there's still hope, there's just not much of it. But I knew for a fact that he was scarfed. There was no way he wasn't gonna be scarfed, and I don't know what move he uses to take Houndstone and Cinderace. I just knew that me not being able to click Shadow Sneak or anything really just kind of sucked. Because even though Cinderace is at full health, he's gonna have to take a hit from Bundle. He's probably gonna die, and if he doesn't, I'll be very happy or very lucky. But here's where I messed up. Here's where I feel like I messed up, because now I'm forcing Cinderace to take a hit where even if he did survive, he won't survive the second hit. And it's Ice Beam. And if I was Fire type, I wouldn't have had to worry about that. But now I just die. For Sucker Punch, does absolutely nothing. And I forgot, he showed me his EVs for that thing, and I can't remember what they were, but I was not expecting that thing to just eat a Sucker Punch like that. But I feel like that's where I messed up. If I'd have just let Houndstone die and take the Ice Beam, I could have let Cinderace come in, hit that thing with something, if not just straight take it out with Iron Head or Pyro Ball or something. And I probably would have had to bang on Pyro Ball because Iron Head's not stab. And then I can't even remember what his last Pokemon. Oh, it was Iron Hands was last, and his Iron Hands was max defense, so I was never taking it out. There was literally nothing I could do to take Iron Hands out. But that would never stop me from trying. I just knew that I was going to lose eventually. I just didn't know how. Hopefully I can get this recording done before my laptop dies, because I didn't charge it. I haven't charged it, and I need to charge it, because it's like, hey, charge me before I cut off on you. And I had a hard time figuring out what I was gonna do. Obviously I know he kills me, so, but this was what it was. I did my best to try and come back after putting myself in a very tight spot, but it just didn't end up working out. But I mean, hey, it's fine. He played extremely well. I felt like I played a little bit scared, but it's fine. He did play well. He built his team well, knowing that we had just gone against each other a couple of weeks ago, it was pretty good adjustments on both of our ends. So I'm not mad at the battle. I'm not mad at the result. He played really well throughout the season, and I'm hoping that he's able to take home, the crown for the season, because if he does, then that means 3 admins will have won all 3 seasons of SPC, and that's ultimately, well, not ultimately the goal, but if we can go 3 for 3, we just think that would be pretty cool. But I wish everybody else that is still in playoffs, I wish you all the best of luck, and we will see you next week. Bye bye.